This is a video showing how to merge exported data files from SPARKvue into a single file within Google Sheets. First, we'll go to the Google Drive account. So to get to this point, you will need to export data from the SPARKvue application and then save it to a Google Drive location. Please then open up the Google Drive location. To run Google Drive, we'll select New. And then we'll go down and select a new Google Sheets document. Once we've selected this, we'll now go up to File, and then we'll go down to Import. This will show the available files that are on your Google Drive account. So within this, I'm going to go down and select one of my data files here, this first one. And this actually is for Run 3. I'm going to select that file. And when importing that file, we can append the rows to the current sheet. And then please select the tab-delimited separation character. And then select Import. Once I've done that, it will import the data that I have collected within that data run. Unfortunately, it has given us every other space here, so let me show you some quick tricks to remove those extra spaces. So if we select this upper left-hand corner, that will select all the cells for our spreadsheet. Next, we can then go apply a filter for this. With this filter, we can then remove any of the blanks from this. So next to the time setting here, I'm going to select the down arrow, and then I'm going to deselect the blanks so that it will no longer show the blank entries. And select OK. Once I've done that, that's removed the empty line entries so that all the data is together in one point. We're going to run over here and we're going to copy all of this data. So I've done Control-Shift and hit the right arrow. That's one of the fast ways to select the contiguous blocks of data. And now I'm going to also press Control-Shift on my keyboard and the down arrow. That will take me to the bottom of my data block. I'm now going to copy this data, and I'm going to create a new file. Again, it's going to be a spreadsheet document. So now that I've done that, I'm going to select the cell A1 and paste in the data that I have selected from the previous document. So now I have the data sets without the spaces in between the data. Next, I'm going to select my next data file. I'm going to go back through the Import option, File, and Import. Now I'm going to go down here and select my Run 2 data, select that, and go to Select. I'm now going to create a new sheet so that I can go through the same filter process. But once I have that data filtered, I'm going to copy it and then go back to my original sheet. Again, I'm going to go down under the separator character. I'm going to select Tab and click on Import. So you can see down at the bottom it has created a new tab with this new data set. I'm going to again repeat the filter process in order to get rid of the interleaved space lines. So again, I'll go up and select the upper left-hand cell there. I'll then go up to Data and down to Filter. I'm going to select the down arrow that appears in the time column, and I'm going to deselect blanks and click OK. Again, you can see that all the blank lines have been removed. I'm going to deselect the data now. Select cell A1, press Control-Shift and the right arrow, and then while holding Control-Shift down, now I'm going to press the down arrow. That selects all of the data within that block. I'm going to press Control-C to copy the data, and now I'm going to go down to Sheet 1 that contains my original data set from my first run. Now I'll take the slider and slide this down here a bit. And now I can paste in my next run of data here. I've pressed Control V to paste the data in. So you can see that I still have the timestamp for this individual run. You're going to want to keep that time column there, as you may have changed the sampling rate between your runs. So when generating displays within Google Sheets, you're going to want to have that time index in there. And again, you can repeat that process for further runs. What may also be helpful is we're going to select Run 1. I'm going to right-click, and then I'm going to insert one row above this. This will allow me to label each of these columns with the run that the data was collected from. So if you'll remember, the first data set that I imported was actually from run 3. And now I can go ahead and select this and copy that and paste it in the next cell. One other trick that you can do within spreadsheets is you can grab this lower right-hand box and you can slide it across, and it will do an automatic copy across. You need to be careful to make sure that you have two of the consecutive cells that have the same values, or else it will actually increment the values. And then on this next time column here, this is actually run 2, and we'll repeat the same process that we did before. So that we can select those across the way. We'll drag this down so that we have each of the columns properly labeled with the run number. So this has been a brief tutorial on how to combine data sets that have been exported from SPARKvue within Google Docs.